Interracial dating. In modern society, interracial dating is portrayed as something that's very common, something that a lot of black men partake in and, enjoy. And I think that there's a little bit of propaganda in that. There is a rise of interracial dating, obviously, as we're living in a modern world where everybody's more mixed and more multicultural. But I still think that the majority of people do couple up with their own. A lot of times there is a focus on multicultural environments, cities, etc. Places like London or places like in California. But for the most part, around the world, most people are actually quite segregated. Most people are encouraged by their families to stick to their own, stick to your own culture. A lot of times people will experiment in their younger days, in school days, in college and university, and date people that are outside of their culture or their ethnic group. But for the most part, I believe that most people still usually come back full circle and gravitate back to their own peoples. Me, myself, I have done interracial dating a lot, and I've dated within my group a lot. I would say it's about 50-50. Many times as a black man, when you try to date outside your race, you may find some issues because of the stereotypes that black men have been branded with. The stereotypes of criminal culture, being lazy, not really being family orientated, creating baby mamas, etc., etc. A lot of these stereotypes are deteriorating as time is going on, and in society, the image of the black man is becoming more positive in general. But there is still a lot of prejudice and discrimination, and a lot of people just didn't grow up around us. They don't really come into contact. They've only really seen black people on TV. A lot of times they can be quite ignorant. The black guys in these areas, they will feel like they are unattractive because the majority of women are not willing to date them, which I believe is a trick, because if you was in a multicultural city, you would find that your results may be a lot different, amongst women in your own group and outside of your ethnic group. In my own experience, living in an area which was predominantly white, I got that feeling that, maybe, there was something wrong with me. But, it wasn't. It was just I was in the wrong location. And these women in these areas, they stick to their own. Now, you will find the one or two non-black women that are interested in black men. That's all well and good. The issue that I found, the non-black women that do date black guys exclusively, they usually have dated many black guys in your area. So then there's an issue that, you don't really want to date someone that your friend has dated also. And so that kind of even makes your dating pool even smaller. When you go to a multicultural environment such as London, the tables are turned. In fact, a lot of people would say that as a black guy, and let's say you are a decent looking black guy, you've actually got more of an advantage. It's funny when you live in a predominantly white area, because a lot of the guys, they will assume that you're dating all of the women. They will always assume that you've got all the women chasing after you, and that's purely not true. For any decent woman that you're dating in that area, you've probably had to put in some work. You've probably been doing a lot of approaches, taken a lot of rejection, and you just found a needle in a haystack. Many times in these predominantly white areas, the women that do want to date black guys, many times they are average at best. Let's just say that. They are the ones that may not be the top tier, and they are more open to dating anyone. For me personally, I wouldn't be happy in myself just dating somebody just because they're willing to date me and, they are not of a certain standard. I see a lot of black guys in general scraping the bottom of the barrel, and in my mind I feel like they're doing that because they just want to be coupled up with somebody. They don't want to be walking around alone. I find that to be quite unfortunate, but it's a reality. a lot of times black men will get shamed for doing interracial dating and made to feel like they are sellouts somewhat, when really and truly many times they tried to date within their community and they may have faced a lot of rejection. As a black man in general, dating is going to be harder in comparison to, let's say, white guys, you know, because of the social engineering that has been constructed against black men in general. Now, there are black guys who can basically date whoever they want, and those are the Tyrones. Those are the guys who are tall, devilishly good looking, may have some money in their pocket and clout. Those type of guys, they are outliers. They usually are the ones that can date whoever they want. You will see them with non-black women who are very, very attractive. You will see them with women within the community who are very, very attractive, and their opinions and views are pretty much void because they do not represent the average black guy. I think the average black guy is gonna find it very difficult to date outside his race with women who are of the top tier in their own ethnic group. All in all, I do not talk against or for interracial dating. I just think as a man in general, you have to do whatever is best for you and find happiness wherever you can find it. I think that it's important that as a man in general, you should not let the opinions or judgments of the outside world influence you on the decision that you're going to make for your own life. I think that sometimes we do get pressured into certain situations because, you know, we're trying to satisfy our families or maybe our community and etc, etc. But, you know, you really do need to do what's best for you. I will say this, though, that even though they do like to show a lot of interracial relationships in the media, etc, etc, and it's usually like black male with non-black females, the reality is a lot of these interracial relationships do not last. They don't work. Even when they do have children, a lot of times these relationships, they break down, and I think that's a reality that's not really highlighted very much. But again, I do not advocate or talk against interracial dating. I'm just here to state what I've seen, what I've experienced, and reality. Anyway, with that being said, it's King Riches. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Start conversations in the comments below. Let me know what you think about it. Make sure you hit the like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. We need about 500 to 1,000 likes underneath this video, so make sure you do your bit. Hit the like button, yeah? Anyway, with that being said, I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves. Peace.